Hello and welcome to another Pocket Talk. This is Chris the Pocket Master and I'm here to talk about games I play when I am sick. The reason why I'm making this video is because I game like hardcore when I'm sick. It's crazy. I amaze myself. I cannot explain it, but when I'm ill, my gaming senses increase while everything else decreases. By everything else, I mean all my physical strength, my ability to socialize with the human world, and sometimes my ability to eat or drink, which is a really bad thing. I'm going to talk about 4 times I gamed while I was sick. I beat some legendary games during those times and only during those times. Okay, I'm going to rewind back to when I was 10 years old. My god, that was ages ago. But that was the age when I had a serious case of the flu, and it was also the age when I first beat Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2 on the same day. Back then, I didn't know emulators were around, and I didn't have permission to use the home computer unless it was for school. So I beat the games on the original hardware. I know some of you gamers out there are saying, oh, those games, so what, they're easy compared to a few games out there. But the Ninja Gaiden series is a big deal to me. Those games are super difficult to beat. I mean, today I cannot even beat the first Ninja Gaiden like I did back then. Sometimes I could beat the second game, but never the first game anymore. I do not know if it was a heightened sense or the fact that I had extreme patience due to my illness at the time, but something was heightened for sure. I still do not know the exact reason behind it, but I know my sickness was a factor to my victory. The second time I gamed while I was sick was when I was 15. I had a sore throat and a fever. The fever got the best of me. I stayed in bed playing my Game Boy Pocket for 3 days, and I beat the Game Boy version of Battletoads. That game was very difficult due to it always changing the genre of gameplay, which I love about Battletoads, but I persevered through the game. I beat the beat 'em up sections, dodged all the silly obstacles on the bike level, surf level, and jetpack level. Gosh, that game was something else. But if you told me to beat that game again, I couldn't do it again. No matter what I do, I just could not conquer that game like I did when I was sick. I enjoy the game's challenge though, and I always try to beat it when I am not sick. But I just can't. Now let me talk about the third moment I beat a legendary game when I was sick. I was about 19 years old. I had surgery on my foot, and after the surgery I was dealing with so much pain. And somehow I struck a fever. The world was against me for sure, but due to the fact that I had to wait a while to go back to college, I decided to game like I always do when I'm sick. So I put the Battletoads and Double Dragon cartridge in my Sega Genesis, and I conquered the game for the first time. Unlike Battletoads on the Game Boy and the Ninja Gaiden games, I could beat Battletoads and Double Dragon any day I please, from this day on. If I play the game with a second player, they usually die early on in the game, which makes it a bit harder to beat, but I can usually beat the game even though I have the second player slowing me down. Like the Game Boy Battletoads, this game is always changing its genre. There are traditional beat 'em up levels, space shooter levels, and side-scrolling levels to venture through. It's a fun game altogether. The last sick gaming moment I will mention is a moment where I got real sick recently. Yes, recently I tested positive for COVID, and I was stuck in bed for a good while. However, one morning at 1 AM, I woke up randomly. I had the urge to play my Neo Geo AES I just purchased. Why did I buy such a gaming system, you might ask? Well, I promised myself that I would own one before I die. And when I finally caught COVID, I did think I was gonna die. So anyways, I woke up randomly at 1 AM. I heard Yuri's, Rio's, and King's death cry as I woke up. You know, the characters off of Art of Fighting 2. Yes, Art of Fighting 2 was yelling at me to conquer it. So I turned it on, and I decided to use my secret sickness gaming conquering technique to beat that game. Art of Fighting 2 is one of the most difficult fighting games I have ever played. Even on easy, this game kicks my ass, but not then. On January 24th, 2021 at 1 AM, I turned the game on, picked King, and conquered the game with my sickness heightening my gaming senses. I got incredibly lucky when I beat Geese Howard at the end, because normally I can never touch him. Heck, normally I do not even make it to Geese because the game itself is relentless. If there were infinite continues, I would use them and always get to Geese Howard, but since I game on the Neo Geo AES, I am limited to 3 credits, and I have to beat the game without losing on the AES to get to Geese Howard. I mean, I guess I could get to him if I have a Neo Geo memory card, but I would never buy that card because that is cheating. The characters I normally have trouble on in Art of Fighting 2 is Tamjin, Iji, sometimes Yuri, and of course Geese Howard. When I got to Geese Howard while I was sick, he beat me that first round pretty bad like he always does. But then I got him by parrying his wind slices, crossing him over with my trick shot, and doing a double venom strike when the time was right. I made that fucker bite the dust, and enjoyed a great ending. That's the thing about Art of Fighting 2, the game really rewards you with amazing endings. I wish I had recorded actual gameplay of those times, but I never did because I was in the moment during all of those times. Maybe when I have a moment on current gen devices like the Nintendo Switch, or the PS5 or 4 or whatever PlayStation there is now, I can record a bit of those moments. But I can't rush those moments out or tell myself, oh okay, I'm sick and today I'm going to have that moment again. No, it has to happen naturally. And once it is happening, it is just me, the game, and the rhythm I follow when conquering that game. That's what all great games have. They have rhythm. Some might be harder to follow than others, but they are all there. It just depends if your psyche is up to the challenge. There are other times I game while I was sick or injured, but I want to keep this video somewhat short. So with that said, thanks for watching. This is Chris the Pocket Master of Phoenix Splash TV, signing off.